somebody.
Say so.
You see what I'm saying? Even the man that's driving the damn car don't get the same amount of damn time, hell. But my point is they don't have people that kill people that's been out since damn y'all been locked up.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? So don't be coming off on a rule, you see, about the whole thing. So the whole Mumia thing is a doggone distraction. If Mumia is innocent, so what? Let the brother die. Because that's what we all got to do in the end anyway. Right. Go back and get the movie Thunderheart. When they got the doggone guy Jimmy on the Native American reservation. The guy said, you got to get out of here. They're coming to kill you. He said, we have to die. It's a good day to die. They can break us, but they cannot break our spirit. He said, he says in our DNA, this is a damn 1,000-year doggone resistance, a 500-year resistance. We all have to die. You understand what I'm saying? So let Mumia die. Don't go out and burn no more shootouts. This ain't got nothing to do with Mumia. No. But they understand the only reason why they ain't fried him yet. They keep this on the back burner because it's mind control. We'll get into that particular part to try to understand why they have to do this. So like I said, I'll give you the forecast now so you'll know. Look for a whole lot of shit to start happening when, as it get hotter. Just like they drove that nigga behind the car. That's government. You see, they give you waggy dog. They show you the damn hostage in waggy dog. Now they got 3 little white boys standing up there and shit. And you bought that shit. Can't you understand, man, this city's Hollywood, man? Didn't they give you a movie waggy dog and show you the same hostage up in there, the old shoe? And then they get the people with the guitars and all, and the black choir start singing and shit. They showed you the movie on how the shit is 101, how we do this shit. Because everything is based on mind control. We can get into your emotions, we got you. So they got 3 little white motherfuckers standing up there. Since when did you know they catch a damn hostage, they send back a damn picture? Right there, you done bought into some bullshit. You understand? But see, the key is to make you think that everybody over there dumb. That's the key with the European. See, the European can run everything because you think that the Arabs are not smart. Oh, they ready to kill us. You don't think the Arabs know that they can get bombed in the damn Stone Age? But yet you thinking it's a national threat. You understand what I'm saying? So the woman told me in the post, she said, your name is your name Bobby Hemmitt or Robert Hemmitt? What's on your driver's license? I said, well, Robert Hemmitt is on the driver's license. She said, no, you don't understand. They're cracking down now. Although we know Bobby and Robert is the same, you better put on this damn ticket what's on them driver's license, because they ain't letting you on the plane. Now I already know it's some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody hijacking nothing. But that's the key based on mind control. You understand what I'm saying? Every time some shit flare up around there and all, you understand, they tighten security here, they ain't got nothing to do with nobody trying to get into no American borders. You understand what I'm saying? But they run this bull on you, and that's the whole deal. So they got 3 little white boys sitting up there, and they going with this fucking war shit because the what-you-call-it thing was over. Let me get into that right now so you understand what's going on. I'll get into that now. So you'll understand what's going on. With the impeachment thing, that whole shit was a ritual, an elaborate ritual. Didn't have nothing to do with no come on, no dress, no sucking, no balls, or whatever. Now, for you people out here that can't get behind my language, you must understand that there's no such thing. I have to preface this because we deal with black people. There's no such thing as curse words, first of all. Because, like I said, if we talk about scripture, how could this be a curse word when the English language wasn't even in existence when the scriptures were laid down? So therefore, how can that be a curse word? If you really go in the dictionary and look up every word that you think is a curse word, it's literally an actual word. You understand what I'm saying? So since we have adopted this for our official language for the ghetto, we put more accent on things and more emphasis on things. So you know what time it is, because you do the shit in your house too. So, but then again, on the other hand, we're not really into hypocrites. You understand what I'm saying? Burn your hand on that stove, cut your hand with that knife. Right. The good Christian do that. You see what I'm saying? Or get into a good sexual situation. And the right nerve and then get touched the right way. You see what I'm saying? Now,
don't hurt yourself.
dealing with this wasn't about no sexual thing or whatever. The key is, and we'll be talking about this throughout the tomorrow and the next day, because the key is, like I showed you the last time, get my book here. Like I showed you the last time, the key is,
The mic's on.
it's all based on this. Remember I told you Discover Magazine and the black hole and the galaxy? And we talked about this? The whole deal was, this is a book put out called The Lost Scroll of King Solomon. And this book was put out by the Israelis to try to get their people ready. And in so many words, they say, look, our enemy is the feminine energy, which is our God.
Amen.
The feminine energy. He, in so many words, said we got to stop the feminine energy, and he's battling against the goddess Lilith. You thinking Lilith is a demon? Lilith is the great mother. Anytime you hear any fall of the, anytime you hear the Babylon, the harlot, the scarlet woman, the Jezebel, anytime you hear any type of demonic type of feminine energy, that's the motherfucker that's your great mother. That's the great goddess. When the masculine energy took over, they degraded the great goddess, the great mother. So he said, we got to kill the feminine energy. He goes in here in the book of the guy, Richard Behrens. He goes in here and says, my people do rituals 8 times a year to make sure certain energy don't get in here. So you're thinking all this is bullshit. These motherfuckers are serious. They're so serious until he's got 2 things up in here, one in the front and one in the back, just in case you missed the thing in here. On these white people to order these talismans to ward off a certain evilness. So-called evilness. One man's devil is another man's God. Anytime the white boy tell me anything about something evil, ask the motherfucker I'm putting on the ornament of my car. That's right. That's right. Anything he said is most hideous and evil, gonna destroy the universe, that's the mug I'm putting on my blanket at night. Put on the pillowcase. That's the mug you want. That's the way you want to run to. Don't go to the light. Go to Isaiah 45, say that I will give you the treasures of darkness. That's in Isaiah. The treasures of darkness. Now, he said, my people do rituals 8 times a year. Well, you know, you got summer solstice, winter solstice, spring equinox, fall equinox. You got Easter. You got a Halloween, which is a real spiritual thing. That's All Saints Day, because it leads into All Saints Day, Hallows Eve, All Saints Day, and even Thanksgiving. You thinking there's some? The Masonic thing give you the ghost holiday, horn of plenty, turkey on the table, and all that bullshit. Where they're literally worshiping a certain energy of the certain time of year. You go to the Dead Sea Scrolls, go to the Gnostic Scripture, and you go to any ancient religion, and you will see the Thanksgiving ritual or the Thanksgiving hymns. Yep. So the Thanksgiving thing is a spiritual celebration based on the winter solstice or something, a critical point or juncture passing into the fall equinox into the winter solstice, and that's what that thing is. And so they give you the ghost holiday, and you thinking it's Easter, Jesus, and baby Jesus in a manger and all that shit. You know, but then again, the harvest was born on December 25th. The god Mithra, December 25th. You see what I'm saying? But you see the whole thing about Nimrod. Nimrod is Orion. Believe me, let me think about Nimrod. See, people get into mythology and they don't understand a certain amount of things. Nimrod is Orion. Nimrod is fucking Osiris. Anytime you get a mythology where they got a motherfucker evil, you just trace that shit back.
Nimrod's all right.
And that's the high God. Yeah. Or it's like this. See, you gotta listen to the black woman in the Bible. Every time God told her not to do something, she did it and she get the prize. So he said, don't eat from the tree. So she eat from the tree and open her eyes and she saw. Because that God is a subordinate deity trying to keep you down here. So he said, Lot, you haul ass from the city, Lot, and don't look back. Right? The wife looks back. They're all in the desert running. The damn wife looks back. She immediately turned to a pillar of salt. Now you got to understand the esoteric meaning of that. The pillar of salt is the Christ. Salt comes from the word Saul. You get the word Solomon. Saul means son. The word salt, because it's white, it's talking about light. It's alchemical. And you will see salt is a symbol of the Christ. She said, don't look back. She looked back, which means she went. When you look back, you look behind, which means you go inside. Heaven is within. When she looked back, you understand? She immediately illuminated because she looked back. She went into herself, and she was immediately turned to the southern pillar of salt. Saul still running down the damn desert, hot and shit, sweating. His wife done damn illuminated. Going to the God realm. He's got to know what time it is. Because you can't bullshit a woman with that shit. Because she got the Spirit. The Spirit tell her, look, go with inside. There's some problems going on right here. You need to get the hell on out of this deal. I'm going to give you the prize. So the sister going, it's just like right now. Bunch of niggas come over the house, they all your friend. Your woman is the first nigga to tell you when a motherfucker ain't fucked up. You might cuss out. What's wrong with you? She the first one to tell you, that nigga there is fucked up. That's my boy. A few months later, he done shit your ass. She the first one to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? Because what happens is you always have, when you lose your biological mothers and fathers, your mate becomes your mother and you become her father. And that's how you get on. That's you even hear even old country cracker say, Ma, yeah, Pa. You see what I'm saying? So she the first one to tell you when somebody ain't messed up. You all get her down. She tell you that nigga ain't no good. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so right now my girl said that nigga something I don't get nothing wrong. I said, okay, I got you. I know what time it is. She said, nah, ain't something ain't right about that nigga. She the first to know. You see. So she turned to the pillar of salt. Now going back into this particular science on what's going on is this. They understand based on this particular black hole. This is the Scuttle magazine, so the people, we ain't talking about some spooky voodoo shit. This the white man, what he deems his sacred knowledge.
What month?
This is November. Only a few of them came out. Nobody hardly got them. Only a few of them came out. Now, they got to do a ritual to stop a certain energy because that means their ass has been dead by Christmas. Serious business. This is what the white man dealing with now. So the first thing they do is Clinton, now he's supposed to be being impeached. He flies over to Israel. He sits down with Arafat, who represents the Islamic white faction. Whoever the Netanyahu, who represents the Judean white faction. And Clinton, because he's descended from Irish, and he's American president, he get both the Catholic and the Protestant together to represent the Pope and the Church of England. So all you got the major ruling factors that rule the world through religion. That's right. Through religion. They meet at a summit in November or in December. Meanwhile, they bombing the hell out of Saddam Hussein. They're bombing him, and they sending bombs into the Tigris and the Euphrates. Well, I thought based on your Bible, that's where civilization started from. We know it came from, from Africa, but they bombing this whole thing. This is going on at the same time. Meanwhile, they're back home now. Here goes some crackers that meet on 2 Saturdays to impeach him. But yet, January comes, they say, you free to go. See, the experience or the enthusiasm or the commitment to get this man impeached don't fit the decision to let him go. You know, no sanction or nothing. Oh, you free to go. Oh, you fucked it. Or he even admit he fucked her. Or whatever, fingered or whatever, put a cigar up her ass or whatever the shit is. And you know, they got the gall to have her all holy than thou now. Got the little book and shit. This old fucking hoe. a slut. Oh no, but she a white girl. And she done jacked off the president and all this thing here, and they all pulled up Monica. Oh, he took advantage of her. That's the gall. See what I'm saying? Big freak. Anyway, going back to this thing, it didn't fit the punishment. They didn't say you're free to go, but see, the mission was already accomplished. See what I'm saying? They was dealing with a big ritual. Meanwhile, they said, okay, now look, we can't have no black energy fucking around, so don't let no nigga jump no ball in no NBA while this shit going on. Remember now, he got acquitted and the NBA started around the same damn time. Well, y'all free to play basketball again. Because that's energy. We can't let no motherfucker in the NBA jump no basketballs, because that's energy. And we're dealing with the greater universe now. And them niggas can start a chain reaction and we could all be fucked. So nobody jump no basketball while we got this shit going on. You see what I'm saying? We'll wait till after we get over the hump. In the winter solstice thing, after we get over the hump. Then we can start it back out to see what's going down. Okay? Now, doing the impeachment, the day of the impeachment, this is what the guy said. He got up, because I was doing a lecture in Trent. So I'm up in there chilling, and I click past the thing, and some say, no. Some say, watch this thing for a few minutes. See what these crackers talking about. Because I knew it was fake. Now here it is, they're going to make a damn movie about it called Wag the Dog. Put the picture of Monica Lewinsky in the movie a year before the shit happened. Remember, they filmed the movie a year before it happened. Right. Now, if you go in, they're going, Robert De Niro is going through the airport with Annie H. And they're looking on the TV and they're talking about the president's sexual escapades and all, or whatever you call this shit. They got Bill Clinton hugging her, it's blurred a little bit with the same tam on. You know how he been hugging her? That same picture you saw all the time till they got better shots of this hoe. They got it in this, but how can they have this in the movie before it happens? Before it happens, and the movie was made a year before it happened. They made the movie in September of '97. This didn't even happen until doggone January when they even came up with the bullshit. All fake. And he starts a war with the whole shit. Wag the Dog, they told the people what happened. Okay? So, it's doggone, some say, go watch this impeachment thing. The guy stood up and he said, we have entered into the abyss. This is called the abyss. We have entered into the abyss. Please double back from the abyss. What the fuck has this got to do with some nigga getting his balls sucked? What does this got to do with this? Please double back from the abyss. So wait a minute, that's all, there's a ritual going on. Then John Lewis got up. When there was a child, it's a thunder and lightning. My mama told me, come inside. And we got real quiet. He said, boom, 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 Mr. John Lewis, your time is up. He said, what I'm saying is don't go into the thunder. What the hell is this shit here? I said, oh, I get it. They're doing a doggone ritual, trying to go back. You see what I'm saying? It's all based on secret society. Now the white boy done said up in here, we do rituals 8 times a year to make sure that our shit keep on. But you see, you gotta realize that stuff, it don't work no more. They just look up and say, ooh, we alive on December 27th. Okay, this is serious stuff that's going down. See where I'm coming from? So what they do is, in Michael Bell 2, Bojan Gnostic workbook, I gave you a copy. Up in there, he even said, he said, wait a minute, he said it's in 88. He said, well, they got this entity that they try to keep this physical going. So all this stuff I'm talking about, if you listen to my tapes, listen to the last tape that I gave you, the one that was here, and you go see the damn Matrix out now. And the shit is identical to what I was talking about, almost like they took it verbatim from my doggone lecture. This got to be the baddest ass movie to hit. I thought Dark City was hell. I thought Blade should throw down. But this goddamn Matrix is the baddest shit ever put on cellulite or whatever. Celluloid, celluloid. Cellular. That's what it is. This is the baddest thing going down, this matrix. Because this is all an illusion. You got to go see it. Don't wait till the video because you're going to be waiting 9 months. Go see it tomorrow. Go see it next week. Y'all come here tomorrow. Anyway, going back to this particular thing that's going down. They're doing this particular ritual so that they don't get killed, and they keep doing it over and over again. You got to understand what's going on here. You see what I'm saying? So another thing is you gotta. So they say that so what they say is in the book they say that these white people do these rituals because this entity is almost dead, but they have to do this ritual to keep this whole shit alive. So what they do is this here. You see, you can't go and pray to some spook thing and the energy is not directed somewhere. Praying is supposed to be literally talking to yourself and getting answers from within, and then you meditate and you get the answer, or the answer comes throughout certain things. But this whole praying and just begging and shit that they gave you out of slavery is all wrong. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole other system to this and all. So what happens is if you take certain energy and you put certain energy out in the air, if you don't use that energy, somebody else can get that energy and use that energy. So that's why they got all these black churches on each corner. So what they do is it's a vampirism. You go in and you and you get all this energy up because you get all this emotion and this energy. And they even teach this black preacher to start hollering, "Ow!" And you get all worked all up. You see what I'm saying? And then you just take this energy and you just give it to God. God, that's an abstract term. What God? Who the fuck you talking about? Jesus was the Greek word. You understand what I'm saying? Jupiter and Zeus. Jesus. Zeus. It ain't got nothing to do. And God, Lord. Lord just means the Lord just means the Lord. You see. So you just praying to this abstract thing and you're not directing the energy to a certain vessel or to a certain entity that can help you, and you just praying doing all this stuff, and then they go in and they use that energy and they keep them alive. That's vampirism. They do. So you go in there, you go in these centers on each corner and see all the shit is directed against you. They tell you to hate Satan. You are Satan. Satan is the cosmic reflection of God. No shadow, no God. To curse Satan is to curse your own cosmic reflection. You see what I'm saying? So you just hate Satan? Satan just means melanin, soot on. We'll get into that. We talked about that before. So you pray against yourself. And so you directed the energy, you took your energy and directed your energy outwardly. And anybody want to debate me on this Satan thing, you come right on and do it right now. And shit. That's right. You want to come on now before we go into the shit. Because I don't want you to come in here and see, because we wrong. We'll come and talk shit about a nigga after we leave. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That nigga ain't crazy. So you want to say something now? Let's deal with this thing right now. Because we gon', you know. So you talk against yourself. You see what I'm saying? You talk against yourself. And then what happens in this energy, they use that energy. Because it's directed toward, they're taking your energy to keep them alive. And to keep this entity alive that imprisons you. You see what I'm saying? You see. We'll get deeper into that in a few minutes. Huh?
I said we've been taught to use our energy to suppress
ourselves. So therefore you hate yourself. So therefore the theology goes on with that. You see what I'm saying? And you know, so it goes all with that. Now I'm saying, don't walk out and say the nigga wrong and all if you're unclear on this thing. What's that?
It's the practice of mental slavery.
Yeah.
And I know you've read a couple books, Dr. Richard, I can't think of his last name.
Richard
King.
Yeah.
Richard King talks about mental slavery.
Yeah.
And that is self-hatred.
Exactly.
And everything. You can't get into that. You know, we all do. We all get into self-hatred.
Yeah, right.
Brothers in Africa, but that's been taught. We're gonna
Exactly.
change that.
Exactly. You
Keep oppressing each other mentally.
yeah, that's all a part of it. Yeah, we understand that type of thing, but you're exactly right. I don't disagree with you at all.
When you put other brothers down, or brothers over in Africa that's been
No, see, you must see, we got the process. No, hold on now, we got the process. You didn't hear the whole scope of thing. You hear one thing, and that's what we do. We shut down. You got the process. I told you right then that we're talking. These are my words. First of all, in order to rid yourself from a problem, you must discuss the problem. Now, these are my words. See, we got to learn how to process. See, what we do is that's called rote learning, which means you can understand data, but you don't process. It doesn't process. You didn't hear what I was saying. Well, these are my words. I said to you that we're dealing with African unity, and we understand a certain amount of things based on our brothers and sisters. We don't understand the propaganda that was taught to them. I said that they teach them this particular propaganda, just like they taught us one time that Africans jump like monkeys from trees. But these are my words. I say you must understand the greater global thing based on the way the European powers is pitting the people against us to try to make us the new Koreans. Make them the new Koreans. I didn't say, you blew it all out of context. What did I say? I said, these are my words. I said that the African must understand the greater game, that they are niggas too when it comes to the white man. This is what I say. So you got to look at certain things, and I understand. You saying things and all, and yes, those are cliches almost of what you were saying, because basically everybody in here know we put ourselves together, we've heard us all the time. But you didn't understand in the context on what I brought you, this new information on how they are using the Africans now as the new Koreans, and I said that the Africans don't know nothing about it. They're falling for the propaganda. These are my words. This is exactly what I said. You got to listen to the whole context of what I'm saying. You can't just pinpoint. You got to listen to the broader scope on the way I'm saying it. And all. Now, what's that, brother?
One question. I spent a year and a half in West Africa, and I sat in a class at the embassy in Dakar. They put a videotape on, and the videotape consisted of prostitution, of drug dealers, pimps, and riots.
It's a global. See, we're talking about something different than your feeling. We got to get out of the feeling shit. We're talking about a global conspiracy. Now, let's get into this shit.
All right.
Try to understand. Master P is not rich or any kind of money or anything like that based on him being good. Hell, rap been on long for his ass. Longer than his behind. And it got nothing to do with that. It's a global conspiracy to even weed out all experimental. I'm not even talking about the conscious brother like X-Clan, Public Enemy, KRS-One, Paris and all. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about some innovative jazz like Tribe Called Quest, Diggable Planets, De La Soul. This was jazz put to rap. They enforced Foresight. Remember them groups, Foresight and all that? They enforced all the real deal rappers. They in Europe now. Now they got fucking advanced step and fetchitnism. Yeah. You see this bitch? They got a motherfucker named Juvenile now. You see this nigga on the cover? They take, but see, let me show you the global conspiracy. They take these particular pictures and this image and the videos and all that, and they take them to Africa, they take them to Germany, they take them to Sweden, and it's a global propaganda program. Remember, before they could put the Jews in the concentration camp, girls in them had an 8-year propaganda program. And then when they say we got to exterminate, they go, yeah, you got to. Them people savage. You understand what I'm saying? Those people are savage. You see what I'm saying? Even Marlon Brando told you, he said it in 1968. He said there's no difference in poor people in this country and criminals. They all work together as one entity. Now you bought into the shit because a person is poor. You understand what I'm saying? It's a thin line between poor and criminal. So this is a global mental side that's going down, and my whole preference based on the African was the first thing I said to you. So you gotta listen. I told you that the brother was a hip hop, and the brother just came clean to me. I heard it back in '81. The brother, when I was in college, I was a freshman in college in 1980. I said, man, why the hell we can't get together? And the brother said, because when we over there, they show us all kind of films and shit on you. Then they teach you all that we monkeys and all this kind of thing. So the first time we come there, we ain't got our hair combed. Well, goddamn it, if your motherfucking hair not up, that's the way the bitch supposed to be. So, because the African come over and his hair ain't combed, you be like, oh, them goddamn Africans. Well, shit, if God puts your shit that way, that's the way it's supposed to be. And if you decide, but we had combs in Africa, you decide to comb it, that's fine too. But if you let it knot up, now motherfuckers doing the knot for style. 15 years ago, you just had to get out of that ass head. So he said, so you got your preconceptions and we got ours, and when we meet, we can't get together. So that I specifically said, a few minutes ago, I said that the Ethiopian brother told me, because he's a hip-hopper now, and he understands the bullshit because he hanging out with the brothers. He said, the white man come over and they show us films on how savage you are. Now these are my words, and what I was trying to address here was that there's a new thing going down based on the white boy is now saying we got a new Korea, a new Arab, and it is the doggone Africa. That's what I'm talking about. That's not propaganda, that's knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? That's knowledge. And first of all, first of all, you got to understand, you're not in the type of lecture, this is not about African unity, this ain't even about love. This is about ending this motherfucking world. Because I'm going to tell you something. Anything else, you falling short of the glory of what the scriptures say. See what I'm saying? Because let's face it. See, we can cut through all the stuff because we go to countless of lectures and we get buttered up on how we don't do this, we don't have no economic program, we don't have no unit. We're not going to do none of that shit. We are a destroyed people. So let's not cut from the bullshit, cut the chase from the bullshit. I'm bringing you a whole new package. This is on another spiritual level, and it ain't talking about the earthly realm on getting back together. There's an old saying, it's an African proverb, you can never go home. You see, you think about that. You can never go home. Now what do they mean by that? Let me explain this to you. What do they mean by you can never go home? Even if you go home, you can't live under your mama's roof. And yes, humans do this, but my point is, when they're saying you can never go home, they mean in a process of a journey, you're never supposed to go home. So possible, this is an African proverb, the possible, or the person that takes a separate journey, when he gets to a certain level, the bridge behind him disappears, which means you got to keep on going on. Based on a cycle, we are over here, not to go back. We are over here because we was there for billions of years, and that was over with now. Now we're talking about the son of man in the west and rising up to a new plateau, which is a whole other earthly existence. So I'm not even talking about no African Union and all that shit, because I know that's feel-good shit. We know we ain't getting together with no goddamn Africans, and we know that the Africans ain't getting together with us. Hell, we know we can't get together with some niggas down the damn street. So let's cut the bullshit out. We're not talking about that. This is not that kind of election. This is a lecture based on dealing with the sciences to end the fucking world. Point blank. That's why the crackers doing a ritual there to keep their asses alive Christmas and even go and impeach their own president, even on paper, if not literally removing from office. So I'm trying to say this thing. I'm not going to do like all the other African motherfuckers coming with all the African clothes on and tell you some bullshit. We're not getting together. Now, because I already know that there ain't gonna be no African unity, we can actually make moves from there now because we ain't stuck in no ending, ongoing cycle. Fuck the dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying? We're dealing with another science now. Now let me explain this to you so you can understand this. Based on our science, we knew we were going into slavery 5,000 years before it happened. That's right. Now, based on us going into slavery 5,000 years before it happened, you got 5,000 years, you prepare for it. So actually, we prepared for it before. But when we looked back into the past to try to find out what to do, we don't find no economic program. We don't find no African, Pan-African Union. Only thing we find is a bunch of religious, spiritual material in different languages saying, this motherfucker over. The earth realm is finished. Been there, done that. Rigveda, Dogon, Neoplatonism, Stoicism, Manichaeanism, Gnosticism. Well, there's tons of this particular stuff. I just had to study it all. So I got one up on your ass. You can't go nowhere and give me no shit that I ain't already studied on you. And you ain't gonna never find none of the text saying we going back to Africa and sing around the campfire. It all says a people is on the earth land realm, and when the earth realm is used up, they go to the next plateau, which is the spiritual realm. Now, if you can find any other kind of shit, you can say it right now. You can debate me on this. Otherwise, we need to cut all the bullshit, and we understand that the shit I'm talking about is real because we haven't done that yet. You understand what I'm saying? Make no mistake about this shit. You don't take this goddamn crack off the earth. You just rubbing your nuts. I've already told you the only solution is total destruction. Now, the Zohar says, if God is everything, and God is all in everything, and God is all good, then evil, if nothing to say, God is everything. Nothing can exist without God. So if nothing can exist without God and God is all good, then evil must be a form of good too. In its own time. Now you gotta go and study evil and find out what the theology of evil is. Evil is destruction. Now what does this mean? If I go and bust you in the head, that's pretty bad. Or you might call the law, bring me up for charges and all, might even get me behind bars. But if the wind blows, a storm comes the right way and a damn little branch fall off the tree and bust you in the damn head, you be walking around with no eye and saying, man, that's just nature. It's the same destructive force. But this is what it says. It says, then good has to be a form of evil too. Then it says, in its own time. In its season. Now, I might explain this the last time. If I got a house, I built a house the first day. I built this house the first day. And it's my brand new house. And you come by there the next day and run into my house with a fucking Buick. That's kind of fucked up. But if it's 2,000 years later and the house is turning over, an eyesore, termites, and somebody running there with a Buick, you be like, damn, I'm glad somebody did something. That's an eyesore. So it depends on the season. We have used up the earth realm. Now, the energy which was held at bay to keep from destroying the earth in its infancy, now is the energy that has to be brought on the earth to destroy this shit. Total nihilism. Chaos. That's what melanin is. If you ain't dealing with that, all that unity shit, it ain't working. Now we dealing with science here, so let's go on in some science right here so we can deal with some stuff. Because I was getting ready to finish something. I guess I'd cover it here. Let me deal with some things right now. I got 2 books out. I want to deal with a short history of this. I got 2 books out. Titan 1 and Titan 2, and I ain't really trying to push nothing. It's just that the spirit, I went in to do 2 pages. I ended up doing 45 pages. I was like, oh, Spirit had me, they just wouldn't let me stop. I worked all day, and I said, okay, and I looked up, it's 45 pages each, I think. I don't know how many. And then some of y'all counted them. Anyway, to try to understand this, you must understand, and I talked about it the other time. But no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me get into some other stuff right quick before we deal with that. As you know, the Star Wars thing is coming out soon. And this is a magazine say the new face of evil. And you got to understand the science. It's called Darth Maul. Let me see how you cut this on. Darth Maul. You know, Darth Maul. Now, Darth, as you, is the spear on the Kabbalah, which is the tree of life. How do you focus this thing? Okay. Which is the tree of life. Which is the tree of life. The earth is down here, Malkuth. Kingdom. Dom, D-A-A. So Dom is the star system Sirius. which is the God who created both male and female from one single ejaculated semen and will create all things anew. He is the Lord of Sirius. This is called, so the episode, these are the earlier first three episodes before you get to episode 4, which is started the Star Wars trilogy from 1977 to 1983, and later on released in 1997 for 3 months. And why did they do this? Why did they release a damn movie that was damn near 20 years ago? Re-release it to get you to turn from the damn dark side. Darth is Sirius, is also it's called the Anja chakra, or the Ajna chakra, or it's also called the third eye, which is inside of you. The new face of evil, Darth. They say Darth or Darth. They always change it. Darth or Darth. D-A-R-T-H. Ma'u. Ma'u is Malkuth. These are just reworked. These are actually reworked words. Because you got a U in there, you got an M-A in there, and Ma, which is the great mother, or Ma aunt, Darth, Ma'u. Before the earth was in this particular sphere, it used to be up here with dark. That's why there's a empty space right here where we fell. So we are the fallen beings. We are the fallen beings. These two, when they connect, you literally got paradise again. So the new face of evil is Darth Ma'u, Sirius in the earth, the root chakra, and the pineal gland. And the pineal gland. Darth Ma'u. Now, it's red and black. The pineal gland, or the black dot, is represented as black. The root chakra is represented as red. It's red and black. The Dark Lord of Sith. Before you had later day Egyptian mythology, you had Typhonian mythology, and the most ancient god is the god Soot, or Sith, or the word smut, or soot comes from that, which means melanin. So the Dark Lord of Sith is you, the black and red is also you. You see what I'm saying? The dark side. They say the new face of evil. What is faith? The word Christ, or the word hero, in Greek, comes from the Egyptian word Heru. And the Egyptian word Heru means face. What is the face of God? The face of God is the pineal gland. It say, I've wrestled. Jacob wrestled with the angel all night, and then day broke, and he saw the face of God, and it was called pineal. That's the face of God, the great face. So the new face of evil, that's talking about you. That's why they put it out in 1999. They're trying to redo a certain amount of ritual, but it doesn't work anymore because we know what time it is. You see what I'm saying? So this shit don't work no more. But then again, on the other hand, they teaching us as we go on. You see what I'm saying? So always root for the bad guy. They had a movie called Payback. The commercials was playing James Brown Payback. And they said, get ready to root for the bad guy. That's what they said. Always root for the bad guy. Because the bad guy is you. Don't they kill your ass first coming on in a movie? They let you know. They put out another movie, they say, enemy of the state. And they put Will Smith, the black man, they're telling you that you are the enemy of the state. Put the black man up there, running around town. A nigga didn't know what time it was. And then one day that motherfucker, Mr. Lawyer and everything else, lost his house, his woman, his car, and everything else. And he, Mr. So-called Ivy League, whatever, was running around just like a motherfucker in the state pen with the bull bottle or the bull can. Same thing. You see. So, the new face of evil, Darth Ma'u, the Dark Lord of Sith, that's trying to kill you, and that's all talking about stopping the pineal energy. That's what this thing is about. You see. That's what it's about. They showed this cracker. Oh, he just reading some shit. He just taking some stuff and just, anybody can twist some shit around this. Look, they showed this cracker's room, his house. This motherfucker got a library in his house that's 3 fucking stories high. And they got more books than the average place downtown, the regular library, LIE, that you go to. This cracker, George Lucas had 3 stories of straight up occult stuff. So they're not bullshitting with this type of thing here. That's why they brought his ass back out. You see what I'm saying? You figure if you make 3 fucking movies this great, well, you gonna wait almost doggone 20 years to make the first new one. And that's what time it is. You gotta understand what's going on. Before I get into this type of thing, I want to get into a couple other things right now. So you can understand. But they dropped the real movie to show you what time it is. They're gonna put out the Star Wars to kill you, but they told everybody that we dropping the Matrix. That's the real shit. This ain't nothing but an illusion, a hologram. So go see the Matrix. You're gonna give it a bad rating, but it's gonna drop all the science, and everybody be ready for doggone Star Wars. You gotta know what it is. You some of this brothers talking about movies. Don't you understand that this is the new American mythology?
Feed your eyes, feed your mind.
You see what I'm saying? It's the new American mythology is what this particular stuff is actually dealing with. Now, let's go on with some stuff right now, so you can understand something. I don't think I remember the last time I seen. I was telling you about the movie Strange Days and how the whole thing was based off taking somebody's memories and getting off on somebody's memories. And I told you, really, they gave you the machine, but in actuality, it's the pineal gland, or it's the melatonin that they literally take in the actual memory. Well, they said there's 20-something things they know about melatonin. They said one is they get these particular nightmares. Anyway, in so many words, they are literally taking our memory to go to sleep because the energy is so high until they can't sleep no more. So literally, they have to go and steal our memory to go to sleep with this melatonin thing. Now go get the movie, to try to understand it, go get the movie Body Parts, 1991 with, can't think of that white boy name. It's called Body Parts. He played the marshal on ABC, I think his name. But anyway, they took a mass murderer and cut him all up and gave the body parts to everybody else. But everybody started having memories and stuff, and one guy started painting these things, and he started getting all this money because he was painting all this particular gory stuff, but it was selling on the market. And this guy, his hand was doing all kind of, making him do all kind of crazy stuff and all. That's what this whole thing is also talking about, based on these body parts and stuff. So therefore, it's another movie alluding to the same thing based on if you take somebody else's energy, because the body has cells in it. Now, how the hell they can take one cell and clone another you with one cell from the body? They don't need but one cell or one drop of your blood. So therefore, if they cut your hand off, which is full of blood, and attach it onto another mug, because the cells can't die, because they only have a small window of opportunity. If we don't do this now, we can't do it. So they got to cut it off and put it on before all the cells and all that shit rots or whatever. So therefore, that means if they can take one drop of blood and make another you from one drop of blood, that means that the cells in that man's hand is still his ass. And you attach that to another body, then that person becomes that person. See what I'm saying? That's what that particular science is also talking about. Now, I don't think I told you this, but listen to this. Right after I left you all, it was right during Christmas. I think it might have been in January. Met a brother that I used to go to these meditation classes with C. Freeman L. named Wentz. And he came up and I said, damn, I ain't seen him about 2 years, man. We started talking and all. He said, yeah, you know, I had a cousin that died this Christmas, past Christmas. He said, and so we all came over to the house as soon as we heard she died. And the husband came in and she was still in the morgue. Because they took her to the morgue because she had one of the organ donors thing. So they took her to the morgue. So the morgue called to find out because they got to call and do all the stuff, the discrepancies on what she actually gave away and all this kind of thing on paper. Although they strip your whole body while your ass, they take everything and give you a whole back. How the hell you don't even want to touch a damn dead person, let alone go check up in some, to see if somebody got some guts and stuff. So anyway, they, on the way, so when they called him to check out all this stuff, and he said, yeah, she donated this or whatever. This girl was in her early 30s when she died. And so he asked the husband, the mom asked the husband, oh, are you interested in selling her skin? He was like, skin? No, hell no. And I was like, damn, man, you should have asked how much was it. But anyway, that's not the point. Just to see how much our shit going for. But they said, are you interested in selling the skin? So what they do here is, first of all, they take that skin and they dry it out and they crush it up. You see what I'm saying? And they crush it up into this fine melanin, and then what they do is they go now and they take this shit to the health food store, and all this new dietary supplements and shit, they're putting it all in the health food. So it's like if you got an atom and you apply that melanin to it, it makes it a super atom. This is how they're curing themselves and shit with us on the open market.
They're putting it in the lotions now.
In the lotion, sunscreens, all of that. Okay? Alright. Alright. Think I'm lying? I got something for your ass. Right now. I got something. I gotta give it to you in documentation. I gotta give it to you. I'll give you the www.com number and everything else. Wait a minute. Y'all alright?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I got to give it to you. I got to put it on you. Just get on it, doggone it. Hold on 1 minute. I got to show it to you. I got to give you the documentation. Right now. Give you the documentation. Y'all better hold on 1 minute. Here it is. Melanin Plus. Here it is. I want to show you this. It's a thing, it says Melanin Plus. And on this Melanin Plus, they got that R, which means registered. You see the little R, which means registered, which means trademark or means patented. And it says, we have patented the world's first cosmetic products to incorporate melanin, the body's natural defense against ultraviolet rays. So that means your ass is patented. Now, okay, remember I told you about the Human Genome Patenting Project?
What's the .com number?
Yeah.
This is www.fcgmelanin.com melanin.htm. So www.fcgmelanin.com/melanin. They had a blackboard. melanin.htm. We have patented the world's first melanin products. Now remember last time I came I showed you the Human Genome Patenting Project. And I told you how they can bid on your genes, and you could be sitting here walking around going to the snow, and you could be owned by a certain corporation. Now here it is, right on the shit. And they got another patent, I didn't get it, on another form of melanin. But remember I was telling you about the Viagra. And I told you that the melanin was in the Viagra. And that's what's getting these white people peewees up. Including the white woman taking it now. That's based on the Viagra. You know, that's based, and the melanin is in the Viagra. Remember I was telling you that. This white boy said on the internet, oh, we got a new thing that's better than Viagra, and it's called Melanin 1. Melanin 1. So they literally got all kind of patenting products coming out that's patent. The whole health food industry is based on the stripped down overhauling of black people and funneling all your raw materials, which is your ass, into the health food industry to keep them alive. That's vampirism 101. So don't fuck around and get mad at me. So we ain't just talking about no little shit about some African, whether a fucking African feel good or disunity. Hell, you might go to sleep and wake up in some meat sauce on a goddamn shelf. Get ready to be on some damn spaghetti. Now, you talking about a fucking unity. It's genocide 101. Soil of green. It's beyond that old unity shit. Ask Rwanda and see what happened to all them niggas in Rwanda. The motherfuckers are right over here in them health food stores. Right there down. What's the supermarket here? Pathmark, what they got here? Whatever Kroger, whatever the deal is, that's what it is. Huh? That's what this thing is all about. So it's beyond this unity shit. You ain't nothing but straight up chicken. See what I'm saying? But here's the documentation right there. When you see that, when they patent something, you see, so somebody told me this is a black company, but then again, on the other hand, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean shit. We talking about Clone Central here, but I'm trying to tell you what time it is. You see what I mean? So this is what's going on right here. And this whole health food thing is based on, they say they want to buy the skin. See what I'm saying? That's what time it is. What's going on right now. So let's go on. I want you to document that for you. Because we told you about the Human Genome Patenting Project, which here it is, the Human Genome Patenting Project is right here. CharmNet, www.charm.net/ got a squiggly line, FRAFI/1993, and then it's got 1993 to HTM. But anyway, basically, most of your surveying, you just type in Human Genome Patenting Project, Human Genome Patenting, and you can get these things. Sometimes you don't even need the www. That's just to pull up this thing. But they'll come up with the human genome stuff. But I just want to give you this particular stuff on what's really going down with this whole melanin thing. You see? And the whole Viagra shit. They done reviewed a year of Viagra. And that ain't nothing but melanin. Crushed pineal glands. And the whole skin with all that stuff is the same thing. So they telling you this, but what happens is that's the reason why they had to buy all these funeral homes, because not only that, they take all your organs out. Everything, they overhaul your body. And the only thing be up in it. So even now, what they do is they will come in, they will take all your skin off your body, leave your hands, and right up in here, your head, and put you on a suit and all. But they go up in there and they take all the melanin and all the vital organs, pineal, pituitary, and all that shit out. Strip the body, just like they strip a damn car down in a couple of minutes. And then they put you in the grave. That's what's going down right now, because they need that particular stuff to survive. Even coffee, as I said about that last time, about the coffee, and the whole thing with Starbucks and these coffee shops is popping all up, because coffee has carbon. What's that, sister?
But what is it? Does that have any type of effect on us? I mean, is it just like a neutral thing, since if we drink coffee?
Well, they just doing anything dark now, dark beers, anything with a dark type of the dark level of any type of product. That's what they're dealing with now. Chocolates, all of that type of shit.
But does that do anything to us?
Well, then again, on the other hand, right now you're going to realize it's this type of thing here too. You got to get to the point where your mind overhauls all the stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because eventually, the physical body is a shell, and it's going to break down anyway. It's going to have to be your mind that overhaul these particular things. These particular things also too. So let's see what we got here while we're going on. I want to deal with some things right now. In the movie 12 Monkeys, go back and rent the movie 12 Monkeys. And in the movie, when Bruce Willis first ended up into the crazy house, Brad Pitt, he said, "What are you doing here?" He says, "You got games over here, you got games over here, you got games on this table." He said, "You got games on that shelf, and then we got a padlock around here, and in that cabinet there's more and more games. Games all the time." That's what's going on right now with all of the sports thing, year round. Go get the movie Rollerball. 1975, James Caan. You see, a new readaptation of that is your whole movie Running Man. As well as a greater thing is a game with your boy, what's your boy name? Michael Douglas and Sean Penn. It's just a game. You see, this is mind control at the highest level on what's actually going down at this particular time. You see, on the highest level. All right, let's deal with some things because we got a lot of stuff we got to deal with here as we go on. I'm just trying to get some other things out here. There's a movie out called Photographing Fairies. Now here's a movie, it's elaborately done, doing around the same time of the Titanic. I mean, they're dressed to the nines in this shit. I mean, all hooked up. It's really beautifully done, cinematography and all that, but yet it went straight to video. And it's a movie based on this guy. He was married. He got married one week or something, or the next week or next couple of days or something. His wife ended up getting killed, fell through a crack in some ice. Right. And he went to the Theosophical Society because he was trying to kill himself because he didn't want to live no more. It was up in World War II after that, and it was bullets all flying all around. He taking pictures and stuff, you know. But anyway, in so many words and all, he went to the Theosophical Society. That's an occult society. And they were showing this picture about some fairies. And he went up there and had a little girl with some fairies around, and he went up there and proved that the shit was a fake. And so, a couple of days later, a woman shows up in his office and shows him a picture of a fairy and her little daughter with these fairies around her. And he was like, well, it could be the reflection of the camera, it could be something on the lens. He gave her all these things about how that's not a fairy. But that night when he was developing the picture, he literally saw the fairy in the reflection of the girl's eyes. So he hightailed it to the countryside where this person was from. And, you know, it's in the early teens and it's in England. And he hightailed it to the countryside, and when he gets down there, the woman who came and showed him the picture went up to the top of the tree, fell out the tree, and killed herself. And he went down there and saw her laying on the ground and picked this little flower out of her hand. And that night in the pub, he ate the flower. And when he ate the flower, everything slowed down. He could see the damn bill fall off the table. You know, they got them commercials now where everything just stopped and they turn around. What's that, the Gap commercials or something like that? One of them. Anyway, he went back to the tree and he saw all these fairies flying around. So to make a long story short, he got his partner to come down. They photographed one, but he took the flower again. After the little girls didn't reveal the flower, he went and found one flower, and this fairy came out of his mouth. But you're going to also see